Hi sewing friends, welcome to my sewing room. My name is Beth, and if you're new, welcome. The quilt that I'm finishing up today was included in some hand-me-downs, and honestly it wasn't my favorite pattern, and this is what it looked like when I started my project today. The quilt blocks in this project were very large, and I wanted to make this small quilt just a little bit more interesting, so I began by cutting strips off of both sides of these quilt block sets. I needed to take apart a couple of the rows of quilt blocks, so the seams needed to be pressed open so that I could do my cutting and piecing. After I had cut some pieces off the sides, I rearranged the strips and tried to get a nice arrangement so that the fabrics would not be right next to one another, and so I would have a little variety in the quilt block. The quilter before me had used 1/4 inch seams that were very accurate, so it was very easy to put these blocks together, and I really like the way this new quilt top turned out using that original group of quilt blocks. It's a smaller quilt, a lap size quilt, but I decided to leave it the size that it is, and I will just donate it to Project Linus. And next thing I did was I made my quilt sandwich using some 505 spray and this cheerful plaid fabric for the backing. I'm going to do some straight line quilting, and I thought it would be fun to use a variety of threads as I put those quilting lines in. So I chose some colors that are in this quilt top, and I'll be sewing quilting lines with a larger stitch next to each seam. I have my featherweight sewing machine here in my sewing room in Texas, and so I am able to quilt smaller quilts on my featherweight, and after getting it basted, it was not too difficult at all to quilt right next to each of the seams in this quilt. Once it was quilted with all those different threads, I trimmed off the excess batting and backing using the quilt top as my guide, and I added a blue binding. I'm attaching the binding to the back of my quilt. It has been pressed in half, and I will leave a link below on how to add binding to a quilt. I had some technical difficulties with my video today, so I wasn't able to include all of the details on binding, but I have a lot of videos that include how to attach binding to a quilt. After I attach it to the back, I will roll it over to the front and top stitch all the way around. This quilt project arrived at my house with a group of other pieces of fabric and other unfinished projects, and truthfully this wasn't my favorite, but I really like the way that it turned out, and I am so happy to be able to finish this beautiful quilt. Thanks for joining me today, and I'll see you next time.